Today we're going to talk about Noah, the true, real story of Noah and his ark, and how it actually applies to business and how we can use some of the key facts, the key features of the story of Noah in our life to better equip us and to give us strength to accomplish something that is impossible and doesn't even make mental sense. Okay, so let's talk about the story of Noah and the actual story of Noah. So a lot of us will have often heard the flood, right? The creation story about the flood. Okay, the animals get saved, the earth gets flooded, and then the earth repopulates. Okay, so we have to remember that Noah was a real person. Like, he was human just like us. And the absolute craziness, the absolute insanity of building a boat in the middle of the land based upon a concept that had never been experienced. Let me explain. The word rain did not exist until 1600 years after the creation of man. The earth, there was no rain. It had never rained. There had never been a day of rain ever in Noah's time up until the flood. How do we know this? Because the earth was watered from the ground. The ground came up, or the water came up from the ground and misted. And that's how plants were watered. The earth watered itself. There had never been a raindrop ever. The word rain did not exist for 1600 years. Okay? We often miss this because, well, yeah, most of us have experienced rain every day, depending on where we live. Like, we've experienced rain a lot. So we cannot conceptualize, like, what do you mean? Like, okay, it rained. Like, why wouldn't people, go to the ark? Like, when Noah said, oh, God's going to flood the earth. It's going to rain for 40 days and 40 nights. This is how crazy that concept would have been. It's literally the story of Chicken Little. Noah comes up to his brothers, his sisters, his cousins, his uncles, his aunts, family. Water is going to fall from the sky. Rain. It's going to rain. God is going to make the earth flood via rain. First of all, when Noah said that word, they looked at him like, what did you say? The word for rain is matar. Remember, this word had never been used because there never was a raindrop. There was never a raindrop on planet Earth until the flood. So Noah said, matar. I'm sorry, come again? Matar. The water is going to fall from the sky. They look up. Water doesn't come from the sky. Water comes from the ground. No. God told me that it's going to rain. Water is going to fall from the sky and it's going to flood the earth. And it's going to rain for 40 days and 40 nights. Matar, what is that word again? When Noah heard it the first time, I bet you this was his reaction. God says, for yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth. Noah heard matar and was like, what? It's going to what? It's going to rain? I don't, okay. He just had faith in God. to build an ark for 100 years based upon a concept that had never been spoken of in 1,600 years, based upon something that did not exist in the middle of the land, is crazy. It's crazy. It actually doesn't make any sense at all. Why would you build something for 100 years based upon something that has never happened? Interesting. The humanity of Noah, since we have the actual story now, he was trying to tell his brothers and his sisters and his aunts and his uncles, the people he lived life with for 500 years. He lived life with these people for 500 years. It wasn't like Noah was just some nomad who lived out in the middle of nowhere. No, the Hollywood Noah didn't exist. He was a person like you and I. And so he pleaded with his brothers and his sisters. He pleaded with his aunts and his uncles. Please, God is going to flood the earth. It's going to rain. It's going to fall from the sky. Okay, Noah. All right, go build your boat, Noah. And so it will be like in the days of Noah. That's what Jesus said. When that rapture hits, when that thing hits, it will be something that has never occurred on planet Earth, ever. That's the story of Noah. Something that had never, ever happened in existence happened and destroyed the earth. Noah's reaction to the earth being destroyed was 100% accurate to a man. He got blackout drunk because everyone he had ever known did not believe in him, did not believe him, and died. And so he probably blamed himself for not being able to preach the gospel, the news. I built a boat that can save us all. Please, if you would just come on, if you would just jump on the boat with me. I built it. It's here. It's ready. Yeah, okay, Noah. Still talking about that rain, huh? After 100 years? Not a cloud in the sky. And then it happened. And at first, when water started to fall from the sky, people were probably like, what? And then it started raining harder and harder and harder. And they were baffled. Why is water falling from the sky? This has never happened before. Until it consumed them. Noah's response to get blackout drunk was as accurate of a human response as I could ever imagine. Like, people who talk about the story of creation as allegorical is asinine. It's pure insanity. He was a man just like any of the rest of us, flesh and blood. And all of his brothers, all of his sisters, his cousins, his uncles, his aunts, they all died. And there was nothing he could do to save them. How does this apply to business? You're going to build something. Or when you go to start a business, it may be the same exact thing. Maybe your family had never been business owners. Maybe you've always been employees, just like my family. They always just worked for the man or worked for the government. how crazy it is for them to even conceptualize running a business when it's something that has never been done for hundreds and hundreds or thousands of years in your ancestry, in my ancestry. And then explaining to them, no, I'm going to build something that's going to make us all free. It's going to save us. No, the business that I'm building is going to save us. It's an ark. It's going to save us. Well, how do you know it's going to work? I have faith in God. I actually have no idea. I have no idea if it's going to work. Matter of fact, I don't even know if it's real. The concept of rain. It had never existed in 1600 years. And then it started to rain. We are called to build businesses, to create arcs for ourselves and our families. And if our parents, our grandparents, our brothers, our sisters, our cousins, even if they don't come aboard, you did everything that you could. You did what you were called to do. You created a business that will feed the sheep. Peter, feed my sheep. Creating a business which will provide a safe haven for your family. Did God punish Noah because no one else came aboard? No. Why? Because it's not man's job to save. It is not man's job to save. Man has never saved another man. Man has never saved another man's soul. Only Jesus. Only Jesus can save. I hope that's freeing. When that revelation finally became clear for me, I realized, wait a second. The only thing I need to focus on is making sure that my family gets on that ark. And I better build that ark no matter how long it takes. No matter how long it takes. Took Noah 100 years of ridicule, of believing in something that has never existed. You see, the concept of following God was something that existed. Enoch was taken up with God because he walked with him. So that story had been told throughout the generations. It was nothing new to walk with God and to listen to God and believe in God. That was nothing new. What was new was the idea of rain. That something was going to happen that God did not originally create. When we start down this journey of entrepreneurship or business ownership, we will face the same thing that Noah faced. We'll face ridicule. We'll face disbelief. We'll face lack of support. We'll face pity. We'll face patronization. And then internally, we'll face self-doubt, disbelief, something that we can't even see because we've never done it before. It's never existed to us. When we tell this sterilized story of Noah, it takes away the power of the Bible. It takes away the power of what actually happened. Because Noah is the only reason that any of us got a chance. Noah is the only reason that any of us got a chance at heaven. That we got a chance at Jesus. That we got a chance at a relationship with the creator of the universe. It's the most important story in the Bible. It's the story of a man who believed in God so much that no matter what he said, he did. No matter what he felt inside, no matter what anybody else said. When we put the humanity into the story of Noah, we begin to understand its power. Which is why Jesus said the end times will be like the days of Noah. There will be marrying and there will be drinking. There will be singing of songs. And then one day something's going to happen that has never happened in the existence of the world. Will we be ready? So I know that some people believe in a pre-trib rapture, mid-trib, after. It doesn't really matter. Build an ark. Build an ark like you'll never be raptured. Build an ark like Jesus ain't coming back before the day that you die. Because destruction is coming. And the only way to insulate yourself against destruction is to have an ark. And your job ain't going to cut it. All that money in the stock market ain't going to make a difference if the stock market goes to zero. Look at the Great Depression. But your business will last. Your business will last. If it's built on the foundation, rock of God. And every man might do his own business. A man who cannot provide for his own family is worse than an infidel. A good man lives an inheritance for his children's children. What job allows you to leave an inheritance for your children's children? Was Jesus a business owner? Or did he work a job? When we look at stories like Noah's, they still reign true today. We need to be doing absolutely everything we can to create an ark for ourselves and our family, and then not expect anyone to get on board. We can share the good news, we can share the gospel, we can feed the sheep, we can do everything. But who actually gets on the boat is not up to us. So stop trying to save the world. The world was never going to be saved. It was damned from the beginning. And that should be encouraging. Why? Why would that be encouraging, Jarrett? The world is damned and I'm not going to save the world and I can't do anything to save the world. You stop bearing the burden that you were never meant to carry. And instead you can pick up what matters. We don't have unlimited capacity. My yoke is easy and my burden is light, which still means that we're going to carry the yoke like an ox. It doesn't mean that he takes the yoke off of us. Is that the yoke that we're going to be in is going to be a lot lighter than if we were going to do it ourselves. Let go of trying to save the world. And save your family. Just far more noble. I mean, why did Jesus hang on the cross? Oh, that's right. To save his family. Be encouraged. Run the race. Start that business. Nobody has to believe in you. for God to bring that which you sowed to fruition. All work works. As Myron Golden would say, it either works for you or works on you. Start a business. Go out there and win. And don't think about anything. Don't listen to what other people have to say about how you can't and how you're crazy. Just think about Noah. He built a boat for 100 years based upon a concept that had never existed. There had never been a raindrop on the planet. I pray that you're blessed. I pray that your riches are multiplied, that your abundance is without end, that your wealth is made mighty, and that your prosperity is generational. By the blood and in the mighty name of Jesus. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. God bless. Bye for now.